Real Madrid won Girona won. Look, I'm a Barca fan and yeah, part of me wanted to come on here and just laugh. Just absolutely lose it. Make memes, celebrate, you know how it is. But I sat down to make the video and I keep thinking about something. I keep thinking about those 80,000 fans inside the Bernabeu, the old man who saved us by his season ticket, the kids wearing his Vinicius jersey for the first time, the father and son who drove for hours to watch this thing, and they all went home disappointed again. So yeah, I'm a Barca fan, but today we need to have an honest conversation, not just a laugh, a real one. Let's get into it. April 10th, 2026, Real Madrid at home against Girona. On paper, this should be comfortable. 3 points, go home, happy, title race stays alive. Instead, what those supporters got was 90 minutes of frustration, one moment of hope, and got punched equalizer and a final whistle that felt like a door slamming in their face. I know that feeling. Every football fan knows that feeling, and no matter what badge you wear, even as a Barca fan, I genuinely feel for the people in those stands who gave everything to support their club tonight. The players tonight, that's a different story because those supporters deserve so much better than what they got. Let me show you just how painful this was for Madrid supporters and why they have every right to be furious. Real Madrid had 17 shots, 9 on target, 10 corner kicks, 51% possession at home. Girona 7 shots total, 1 corner kick, 1. They barely crossed the halfway line and yet the score was 1 on 1. Girona goalkeeper made 7 saves, 7. He was the best player on the pitch by a mile. A visiting goalkeeper outperforming an entire Real Madrid squads at Bernabeu. Imagine being a Madrid fan in the stadium, watching your team hit the goalkeeper 7 times and still not win. Imagine the groans, the head in the hands, that not against, feeling spreading around the ground like a cold wind. That is painful, genuinely painful, and those fans did not deserve that. Now, the players, and I want to be clear, I feel for supporters, but the players, they need to hear this because they are the ones letting those loyal fans down. Vinicius Jr., the star who must do more. Vinicius Jr., one of the most talented forwarders on the planet. Electric pace, ridiculous skills, and match winning ability on his best day. Tonight was not his best day, not even close. Vinicius Jr. had every opportunity. The crowd was behind him, his teammates were feeding him, and he produced nothing of real impact. And here's what break my heart, not for me, for the Madrid supporters. There are kids in the stadiums who worship Vinicius, who have his name on their back, who told their friends, "What's Vinny tonight? He's unreal," and those kids went home quiet. Vinicius Jr., you are too good for a performance like this. Your supporters loves you unconditionally. Give them something to cheer about it. They deserve it. Arda Güler, the wonder kid who went missing that day. Arda Güler, every Madrid fan has been so excited about this kid. And rightfully so, the talent is extraordinary. Creative, technical, intelligent. But tonight he was invisible, a ghost in a Real Madrid shirt. And the frustrating thing is you could see the potential flickering. Moments where he almost did something special, but almost is not enough at Bernabeu. Madrid fans have been patient with Güler, defend him, bagged him, sung his name. Tonight he need to repay that faith and he didn't. That's hard to watch, even for me as a Barca fan. Brahim Diaz, the creativity that never arrived. Brahim Diaz started as the creative force tonight, the man supposed to unlock Girona defense. He didn't. Simple as that. In a game where Madrid dominated everything except the scoreboard, Brahim Diaz was quiet when his team needed his loudest. The Madrid fan expected magic tonight. They got nothing. And that disconnect between expectation and reality is exactly what is eating this fan base alive right now. Valverde, the engine that stalled. Valverde is a warrior. I will say that as a Barca fan openly. But when Girona equalized in the 62nd minute, the moment that called for someone to grab the game by the throat, Valverde disappeared. The midfield had no shape, no urgency, no identity. Madrid fans were screaming for someone to step up and nobody did. The silence after the equalizer, that's horrible. A stunned silence in a stadium of 80,000 people, that one of the worst feeling in football, and Valverde should have been the one to break it. He wasn't. Mendy. Mendy was booked. He looked uncomfortable. A Girona forward was causing him problems all night. For a fan base that already has so many concerns about this squad, seeing the left back struggling against a team that barely attacked makes everything feel even more hopeless. Madrid fans didn't pay for hopeless, they never do. And the collective failure, and ultimately, this wasn't one player fault, this was everyone. 17 shots, one goal against a team that sat in their own half for 90 minutes. That is a collective failure, a crisis of finishing, a crisis of mentality, and behind every statics is a fan who drove to the stadium believing tonight would be different. It wasn't. I want to take a second here and I want to speak directly to Real Madrid supporters watching this. Look, we are rivals, Barcelona and Madrid, El Clasico, the greatest rivalry in football. I will never stop wanting Barcelona to beat Real Madrid. That will never change. That will never change. But football is also bigger than rivalry, and I know what it feels like to watch your team underperform. To sit there with your scarf in your hand thinking, we are so much better than this. Why are we doing this? Every football fan knows this specific heartbreak. And Real Madrid supporters right now are going through something really difficult because this isn't just one bad result. They lost to Getafe at home, lost to Osuna, lost to Mallorca, drew with Girona. These are fans who love their club with everything they have, who have celebrated 15th Champions League, who have experienced some of the greatest nights in football history at the stadium. They deserve better than what this play are giving right now. Saying that isn't a dig, it's the truth. To every Madrid supporters watching, your frustration is completely valid. You are not overreacting. Your plays let you down tonight, and you are allowed to say that. The manager needs to find a way to turn this dominate possession shot volume into goals. 17 shots, one goal. That is not acceptable for a squad of this quality. The players need to feel the weight of responsibility they carry, not just the money, not just the fame. Responsibility to the people in those seats who gave so much themselves to this club. And most importantly, someone in that dressing room needs to stand up and say enough because right now this squad is sleepwalking and the fans are watching it happen in real time. Now, and I'll be quiet now and I'll be quick here as a Barcelona fan. Yes, results like this matter to us in a title race. Every point Madrid drop is significant. But I genuinely take no joy from watching a great club and their supporters suffer through performance like this. I want Barcelona to beat Real Madrid at their best. I want El Clasico to mean something. I want the rivalry to be competitive. A struggling, broken Real Madrid is not good for football, not good for La Liga, not good for any of us. Sort it out, Madrid, for your fans' sake. Real Madrid won, Girona won. A result that means different things to different people. For me, as a Barca fan, complicated feelings. For Madrid supporters, real pain. To those fans, keep going. Keep supporting. Your love for your club is real and it matters. To those players, look at those supporters, look at what they give. And ask yourself if you gave the same tonight. Football is beautiful because of the people in the stands, not the people on the pitch. Never forget that. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe if you are new, drop in the comments. Madrid's clues everyone. How are you feeling tonight? See you in the next one. Visca el Barça and with respect, Hala Madrid. Sort it out.